My name is Glenn Roberts. I'm the chairman of the Board of Zoning Appeals. I'd like to call this meeting to order. If we would just bow our heads real quick, we'll say a quick invocation. Dear Lord, just want to thank you for this day. Thank you for letting us have the privilege to serve the people of Anderson, help us to make wise decisions for these people. Ask this in your name. Amen. Any addenda to the agenda?
No, sir, not at this time.
Okay. Everybody has a copy of the minutes from August 22nd. Any additions or corrections?
I make the motion we approve.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Second.
Have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right. Minutes are approved. We'll go right into the public hearings. First one is AA 25-1, a variance request from a setback at 3526 Clemson Boulevard.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The site is outlined in red on the screen in front of you. You'll see Clemson Boulevard running diagonally across your screen here, and Fritz Drive here, Home Goods here, Walmart here, and Lowe's and Target are just off the slide right here. Does everybody know where we are?
Yes.
Okay, great. The applicant is seeking a variance of 1.53 foot from the 25-foot Fritz Drive front yard requirements to add a drive-through canopy as part of their renovations. The parcel has frontage on both Clemson Boulevard and Fritz Drive, with a private shared access easement on the other side of the property opposite Fritz Drive. So it's important to note this is a shared access on this side of the property as well. Fritz Drive was originally constructed as a private road. That's important because it may not have gotten the width, right-of-way width that was required. In the early 2000s, the city assumed ownership of Fritz, so it is now a public road. So this slide shows the existing building back here, shows a little over 18-foot separation and a 16-foot separation from the right-of-way back here on the Home Goods building. Again, Chick-fil-A that we're talking about sits right up here on Clemson Boulevard. A survey of the site. Again, you can see the shared access and the imposition of 15 foot that has to be dedicated to that of the property on that side. This is the existing site with the parking building. Again, Clemson down here. This is the building here. You see the drive-through circulating here. They're sort of torquing this plan a little bit. Again, Clemson over here and the Chick-fil-A right here. Drive-through coming here. You can see this dashed line represents the canopy they want to add. And this shows in red where the canopy will encroach into that 25-foot setback. Again, they're only asking for the little over 1.5 foot encroachment. So the variance request to encroach 1.53 foot into the Fritz Drive front yard meets the findings of fact A, B, C, and D. A, the site is unique because it has road frontage on 2 roads. B, the condition does not generally apply to all properties in the area. C, the 2 front yards and private shared access aisle on the opposite side of the parcel unreasonably restricts modest improvements to the site. And D, authorizing the requested 1.53 variance from the 25-foot front yard will not be of substantial detriment to the public good and adjacent properties in the district, as it is a near indistinguishable to passers-by and not uncommon for structures in the area to be located closer than 25 foot to the right-of-way. So again, that references the Home Good building. So staff is recommending approval of this variance.
Okay, any questions for staff?
Mr. Chair, there is a representative here if you have questions for them. I don't know that you will, but there is
Okay.
one here.
Well, would anybody like to hear from
From the,
applicant?
yes, please.
Okay. If you would just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just
Please, come on.
just state your name and state your case.
My name is Gant Derrick. I am with Bowman Consulting Group, the civil engineer hired by Chick-fil-A Inc. So this is a very common program that Chick-fil-A is working on right now to increase kind of capacity in their drive-throughs and eliminate queuing.
Excuse me, can you talk a little louder, please?
Yes, sorry, I'll lean in a little further. Yes, so we're looking into overall site renovations aimed at minimizing the queuing length so that it doesn't go out into the right-of-way. This is a fairly common problem with Chick-fil-A's. And so, yes, as part of those renovations, they would like to input a double-wide canopy. It's important for team member protection from weather elements. And yes, so we agree with staff on the findings of fact and that this 1.53 foot encroachment, I mean, obviously we submitted it for approval, so yes, we agree with staff. Are there any specific
Okay,
questions
any
you'd like me
questions
to address?
This is, what was your last name, sir?
Last name is Derrick.
Derrick.
Yes.
Mr. Derrick. The awning is coming out. This is where, like, the kids that take your order and stuff like that are under?
Yes, this is in the meal delivery area, the outdoor meal delivery area. So yes, this center striping will have team members.
It will protect them from the weather and so forth and so on. Is that what you just got through saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
Any other questions for the applicant?
So Chris, the only thing, being on an intersection, are we modifying anything, or is it still will maintain 2 front yard setbacks being in the main intersection? Based on the information you gave us on Fritz?
So I guess I don't completely understand the question. I guess you're not modifying the front yard setback on that side, but you are allowing them to encroach into that front yard setback a little over 1.5 foot.
Okay.
So just to be clear, this is a corner lot, and corner lots have 2 front yard setbacks because they're corner lots. And that is the hardship for this lot, is that they have 2 front yard setbacks.
Yeah.
So that's what staff is saying, that we're recommending approval because it's a hardship.
And we're talking 1.53 foot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't even meet that, I rode by there, you have that sidewalk, it looks like that's the sidewalk there.
Yeah.
Doesn't even get to the sidewalk, right?
I'm sorry, what was the
But
question?
in that, on that other picture, that was a sidewalk out where the red writing is, right there in front, on top of that, where your area is, that's the sidewalk there, right?
Yes, sir, that
So it
is.
doesn't even make it to that sidewalk?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. Any more discussion? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Any more discussion amongst the board?
Mr. Chairman, anything that can help those people, they got enough problems with the traffic they have out there. So I make a motion that we approve this. variance.
Okay, we have a motion to approve,
I second that.
and we have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Okay, your variance is passed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We'll move right into AA 25-2, a variance request to a building height at 1012 Concord Road.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is Concord Baptist Church. The site, it's a 10-acre site. That's important to note because it's a large site, is outlined in red here. You can see Concord Road running diagonally across the screen here. You can see North Main Street here. Belvedere Plaza is right there. Everybody know where we are?
Oh, yeah.
Great. Okay, the applicant is seeking a variance of 18 foot from the maximum vertical height limit of 35 foot. So there's a 35-foot limit on all buildings in this zone. The proposed 53-foot tall children's education building will align with the scale and architectural context of the Concord Baptist Church campus, complementing the height of the existing structures, particularly the sanctuary building. The building is proposed to be set back, and staff believes this is important, so set back 143 feet from the Reed Road right-of-way, and I'll show you that, and 95 foot from the adjacent property line. All the existing structures on the site exceed the R20 maximum building height. It is important to note that the proposed new structure would not be the tallest building on the campus. So I'm going to run through those building heights. The roof ridge of the existing sanctuary is at 57 foot 8 inches. The steeple is over 137 feet. The adult education building is at 40 foot 3 inches, and the gym is at 35 foot 10 inches. The church campus, again, is a generous 10 acres. The new building will be part of the complex of existing buildings clustered toward the center of the site, and we'll look at that in just right now. So you can see the elevation. The color rendering here is the new children's education building. This is the gym. Again, the sanctuary here, and that elevation, that side elevation of the children's education building. Okay, so this is the campus, again, a 10-acre campus out here, and you can see those buildings. This is the new building located here, which is 147 foot from Reed Road, and it was 95, I believe, from this property line here. So it's going to be clustered towards the center of the site with the other buildings. The variance request to allow an 18-foot variance to the maximum building height meets the findings of facts A, B, C, and D. A, the site is unique because of its size and institutional use, again, inside a relatively residential area. The condition does not generally apply to other properties in the area. The application of this ordinance to the site would effectively restrict facility expansion and utilization of the property. And finally, D, authorizing this variance does not cause a detriment to adjacent property or to the public good. The proposed building is located in a cluster of existing buildings back from the property line and the road, which serve to mitigate the additional height of the buildings. Staff is recommending approval.
Okay, any questions for staff?
I do have just one question, and this is just for my knowledge of what we're looking at. Like, is it typical that churches are zoned R20? Or is this just what it was prior to being built?
In residential zones, churches are a conditional use, and the big condition for that use in a residential zone is that it be at least 2 acres.
I understand.
So
Okay.
this is a 10-acre site. Again, it is a church that has been there for a while. I don't know if it predates the zoning or not, but it meets those requirements.
Okay.
So Chris, the sanctuary exceeds already the height. Is that?
Yes,
like
sir.
you said, was it just pre-zoning and we're just going through the variance each time now?
Yes. Again, I don't know if they had to get a variance. I don't know if it predates the zoning requirements. But it's important to note that not only the sanctuary, all the buildings exceed the height limit.
Is there an applicant here?
Yes, there is a representative for the applicant.
All right, would you like to speak? You don't have to.
I think if she has any.
Does anybody have questions for the applicant? We'll put it that way. No need to come up if nobody has a question. All right.
I don't have any questions where she looks like she's petrified.
So Peter, you trying to say make her do it, right?
Yeah, I got so many questions.
Cool. All right, any discussion amongst the board?
I make a motion that we approve.
We have a motion to approve, we have a second.
Second.
We have a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Your variance is approved.
What's the timeline on it?
We just submitted construction documents about 2 weeks ago, and I think it's kind of been delayed for a while, but we're hoping maybe this summer
Okay.
to start building.
That's cool. That's gonna be a really cool spot. That's in this sweet space. And this is like not, are you part of Concord or engineering group?
I'm part of the architecture
Okay.
board on the project team.
That's awesome. That's cool.
All right, we're gonna go into the last public hearing, AA 25-3, variance request for garage at 802 College Avenue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So you can see the site here on East Greenville. I'm sorry, I'm having a, no. You can see East Greenville running sort of, I don't know, through the middle of your screen right here. College is right here.
Gators Lake.
Yeah, Caters Lake is right there, yep. Everybody knows where we are, yeah? Good. The applicant is seeking a 20-foot variance from the 35-foot front yard setback. Again, this is a situation where it's on the corner, but this one has 3 streets, so it has 3 front yards. This house has 3 front yards and not 2 like Chick-fil-A. So they're seeking a variance from the setback on Springdale Road to construct a garage. This is a corner lot adjacent to 3 streets. Zoning requires a 35-foot setback on 3 sides of this property. Other buildings along Springdale Road have a smaller existing setback. The garage is proposed to be set back 15 foot from the Springdale Road right-of-way. So the conceptual site plan is here, and the encroachment would not exceed what you approve today. So again, they're requesting this 15-foot setback from Springdale right here. It's important to note that there is a 10-foot setback on this house directly across the street from the residence. So having said that, the variance request to allow an accessory use in the Springdale Road front yard being set back 15 foot from the Springdale Road right-of-way meets the findings of facts A, B, C, and D. So again, A, the site is unique because it has road frontages on 3 roads. B, the condition does not generally apply to other properties in the area. C, the 3 front yards and existing buildings the building configurations restrict the location of an accessory use. And D, authorizing the variance does not cause a detriment to adjacent property or to the public good. The house across the street has a more significant encroachment into the Springdale Road front yard. So staff is recommending approval. There is no applicant here for this one.
Okay. All right, any questions for staff? I will, in an effort to be transparent, I will tell you that adjacent house behind it, that's where I live. So I'm fairly familiar with this house. And I can tell you, they have 5 kids. They need the extra parking. Then there's the other one across the street that has a 10-foot thing is students living there, so they park in the street too. So right there, both sides have people parking in the street most of the time. So they could use the extra parking area.
I make a motion, we approve.
We have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, that one's approved also.
With all
Thank-
those kids, I see it's Billy's, the architect on it. Is it him? Is it Billy's house?
Is it?
Zion's house?
No,
Or is he just working for him?
No, it's Gay and the guy that ran for senator. Well, let's finish up the board business and we'll talk about
This
that.
is all on the record.
Yeah. Any other board business?
No, sir, thank you.
Anything staff report?
No.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn. We have a motion to adjourn, a second. And a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. We are adjourned.